Given that whole technology is changing, AI is coming in, do you see the value still exist in becoming a designer?
AI can do everything. As a designer, you should have a complete understanding of the business. A lot of businesses are thinking that, oh, I don't need a designer.
While it says free delivery, you have to go check that hidden button, then apply for free delivery. This is also one of the dark patterns.
As a consumer, you are not aware that they are charging you something. They are like a pickpocketer. Apple did once. If you are releasing a new iPhone, they actually created a bug in old iPhone. So then they try to tell you that, hey, we have got a new model to buy. Even big companies like Apple are doing it. That means you have to be very careful.
What is the lowest salary someone can get in design? What is the highest someone can get in design?
I was offered a couple of years back around Jony Ive, like the designer of Apple, he became an entrepreneur and then his company has been acquired by OpenAI for 10 billion.
Somebody who's in team wanting to decide the career and not from a IIT kind of a college, can design still pay so much?
Nobody cares which college you came from. Our education system is completely black from the British. You are completely given a different system of thinking. You actually work for me and do what you study, you just mug it, and no creativity, no analysis. Once you do, you get a rank and then you are hired and then you just work like a slave.
What is the best advice you have got?
Don't chase money, chase your passion. Money follows.
In 5 to 10 years, what skills will designers need to be absolutely relevant?
So for designers, they must have focus on.
Given that whole technology is changing, AI is coming in, a lot of apps say you can create your logo using this AI app and all that. Do you see the value still exist in becoming a designer?
Yeah, this is actually a very broad question. And in fact, people are a bit confused. Uh, People are perceiving that, right? It's a perception basically. AI
Okay.
can do everything, right? Okay, AI can do everything. Okay, and of course, AI can give you recipe, but at least for now, it is not cooking for you. Maybe humanoid can come and cook it for you,
Right.
but see the logo, for example, right? The logos or anything you look into that. Currently, AI is actually scanning and understanding what is currently existing. AI is not creating or not disrupting something which is not there.
Right.
Currently, that is one. So, designers, again, the two parts of this question is like whether AI can replace, right? Designers are multiple folds. So, since you are talking about logos and all, we are talking about graphic designers or
Right.
visual designers
Right.
because there are different kinds of designers, available in the domain itself.
Yeah.
So, yes, one thing is we used to use tools like Photoshop, Illustrator, Figma, and all. So AI is also a tool. Okay, what you should do is, so as a designer, you should have a complete understanding of the business when you are designing a logo and how simply you actually make that vision and mission and the values of that company, right? That is actually basically, you know, as a designer, responsibility to understand the business, understand, company's vision and all, and then make translating that into a visual mark. So during that, you actually do a lot of sketching, as a designer, and then you'll be talking to the stakeholders and then understand their, priorities of. Sometimes you actually conduct personality test. So how do you see a company as a person itself? So all this knowledge, then you try to put it in a logo, and at the end you actually use a tool to make it look good. So now AI, maybe some part of the thing can be done through prompts, but the basic understanding, basic analysis, all these things, whether you're using through prompts and telling AI to do it, or you sketch it and then you do it in Illustrator or other tools. So at the end of the day, it's still the tool, but the sense of understanding and analyzing and then choosing, maybe it actually fastens the process. So it doesn't replace them. But a lot of businesses are thinking that, oh, I don't need a designer. So that is not a real good solution for this, but as long as you are a visionary as a businessman, you don't see that as a kind of AI can solve your problems. You always need to have an authentic designer who actually understands your business and understands your values.
Got it. Got it. So, from a let's say I'm a student right now, I am pursuing my undergrad or grad, right? From that standpoint, design as a career, do you see that it still holds value because with tools coming in, right? And a lot of these people, graphic designers, etc., do they really have that demand in the market? What do you think?
For any, not only design, any domain, like we had a kind of an engineering, right? Like we had multiple thousands of in India, thousands of engineering colleges, and everybody wants to become a BTech. But if I ask the same question to engineering students, is it still a good option to go for engineering if AI can do the coding? So design actually took so much time, So, for example, we are celebrating 25 years of our organization, UMO Design Foundation. So when I see that, where it started, we always had a rough time, tough time. Basically, parents, basically, they say, no, 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 what design can do for you?
Yeah,
Do go for engineering or do medicine.
yeah.
So from that time to now, we are able to sit at a level of C level. We are calling chief design officers,
Wow.
similar to chief technology officers. Now AI is coming and saying, okay, now I can do everything, and now you're asking, okay, is it a right option to even still study design as a practice? So this is again, I said, this is completely perception because AI is definitely enhancing the speed and enhancing the kind of work. Maybe it will reduce people who are not innovating regularly, but AI is emerging and it is not replacing it. The reason for that is, it's not able to think. It's not able to think disruptive thinking, or maybe making things which is from humanity perspective, ethics perspective. That is still a human is needed. Yeah. So as a designer, if you are playing a role at a business level and AI still be used as a tool, and maybe today we are talking about from design perspective, Figma is a tool. Now AI can actually come up with a better tool than Figma. But your thinking, thought process, and then understanding the users, understanding the business, I hope AI would actually take many more years to come until unless AI start thinking on its own. I don't think it will replace. I still see that design as a career option. It's actually a good time to be a designer.
While we say good time to be a designer, how much of design is art versus psychology? A lot of these apps are created in a way that it hooks you. You are in it
Mm-hmm.
and you purchase something which you didn't intend to purchase.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
what do you think? Is it art or psychology?
So design is actually combination of all.
Okay.
It's also a art. It's also engineering. It's also business. Yes, it is also psychology, and essentially, it is a problem solving.
Okay.
Okay, a designer should actually have all these traits. You should also understand the viability of making this product,
Right.
the feasibility, viability, and you're talking about intent to buy. I don't want to buy it, and I want, but you making me buy. That is desirability.
Hmm.
So I'm creating a desire in your mind. Yes, I need to buy this, right? That is the greatness of a designer.
Right.
So like you also be analytical at the same time creative,
Hmm.
and you should also understand the pulse of people and how people behave with their product, and how businesses be successful. If I'm actually creating this product for users, will my business go up? Like, so basically understanding all these things, that acumenship is very important for a designer.
Lot of us use commerce apps and delivery apps, right? These are designed so well, and when we open it, you get to see offers, and the delivery fee or service fee is not shown.
Mhm.
So I believe this is kind of dark pattern, what they call popularly, right?
Yeah.
Is this even legal?
Dark patterns can be divided into multiple ways. Basically, like, when you are a consumer app and you don't have a choice to touch and feel,
Okay.
so consumers tend to buy whatever they think about it.
Right.
So through digital, it's a kind of a strategically they try to position that you can actually buy this, or most of the consumers when they bought it, and this they also bought this one. So these are all different cross selling. There are different strategies to sell more.
Okay.
Okay, that's very legal and it's normal. When that's how digital products like websites and apps they have to sell. But as you're talking about dark patterns, which
Yeah.
are uh, as a consumer, you're not aware that they're charging you something.
Yeah.
Okay, sometimes they won't let you cancel it.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so these are illegal. These are
Mm.
unethical. Okay, so sometimes you have to identify there's a check mark by default it has been selected
Right.
and you've been charged for that.
Yeah.
So that is in fact it's a crime.
Oh.
So from design perspective, we actually talk about like you are the person you are actually helping this crime to happen.
Right.
So you need to protest that, hey, I'm not doing this.
Okay.
That's most important actually.
Right.
Ethics are very important, and it is as equal to as like making crime. So it looks like you are, oh, this is just a check mark, right? But they are like a pickpocketers. Without realizing you, they're picking those money from pocket. That's they're cutting your pants, and that's how that is. So I would actually recommend designers to stop or tell the businesses not to do that. So definitely it is illegal, and the laws are very stringent on that, like UK and also, for example, European laws and American laws, and consumers they can always go to the court. I'm sure India also got those laws, and in case if you realize, I think you should actually report to the authorities to avoid this.
Is there a scenario where a designer said no to the management? This is a dark pattern. I don't want to do it. Is there a scenario that you have seen or heard of?
Yeah, there's several. For example, I did once. I actually like, of course, I had actually like people didn't like me. So, for example, payments. What happens, right? You have different methods to choose, like ACH or direct pay. You have different methods. So sometimes you are in a hurry and you want the money to be transferred as quickly as possible.
Right.
Okay, and you are okay, I can send this money next like a couple of days. So if the payment process is speed, the quickly have to go, so they charge you more. So in a large bank, I don't want to name that bank, I'm not talking about consumer banks, I'm talking about enterprise bank, the cost of transferring would be millions.
Oh.
So they don't want to tell them, they don't want to say that how much it costs.
Yeah.
So upfront, if I know that, the moment I select, okay, I'm actually transferring 100 million to another institution, and then I know that how much I'm being charged, I would choose a different method. So they don't want to tell that. I said no, it's not right thing to do. They said no, this is how we make money. I said it's not ethical. It went
Yeah.
up to the later, and they actually addressed that, and they said yes, what he's saying is right, and let consumer decide. You tell that, okay, this we are going to charge you if you choose this method.
Yeah.
And that's actually worked out well. But not all the banks are generous enough to do that. So yes, there is a possibility that if you raise your voice, and things can be changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's equal risk of losing the job also from an
See,
employee
I
standpoint.
think that is your values. Depends on your values. Okay, because of your losing job, and you're asked to kill somebody. If you don't kill someone, you're losing job. Do you want to kill? It's
Ah,
it's all your values, right?
valid point.
Yeah.
Very valid. Very
Yeah.
valid. In fact, I have noticed one other dark pattern back in the time where a commerce company, while it says free delivery, you have to go check that hidden button from the payments tab and then apply for free delivery. This is also one of the dark patterns, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it's so many people actually. You need to be careful.
Buying a product is easy.
Yes, yeah.
Canceling it is a pain.
Pain, yes.
They don't give you the cancellation option in
Correct.
the app or the
Yeah.
platform. You
Yeah.
have to write us email separately.
Yes, I think we should be careful. In fact, like a lot of things, even Apple did once. If you are releasing a new iPhone, they actually created a bug in old iPhone. You actually it becomes the power. It comes for like an hour or 2 hours, like full charge. Suddenly you realize that why. So then they try to tell you that, hey, we have got a new model to buy. So somebody went to a court and then they said, we have to pay penalty for that. So even big companies like Apple are doing it. That means, we have to be very careful and check. But, if you are a designer, you need to protest that.
Was there ever a project where you designed something and it was completely misunderstood or it backfired? How did you deal with it?
This is like, I would actually bring an analogy to a doctor.
Okay.
Right? Like, what is the doctor's life? You are treating a patient, and very critical patient, and every minute is crucial, and every day is a threat.
Yeah.
You never know that patient is going to die or not, right? So why am I bringing that analogy here is, for design, we fail every day.
Oh.
Right? So the reason for that is, when there was no design thought of in the early, maybe like 2000, that was the time where, even maybe I could say the last 10-15 years is like people got awareness about why design is important. Previously, all the businesses used to develop their products with high-end engineering teams, and then they take this product to the users, and 95% of the products used to be backfire. Right? And the design came in. As a designer, what we do is, we don't develop the product. We actually design it, and we create a prototype, and we test with users. So the cost is very less, right?
Okay.
And then we fail because we make assumptions, and we try to learn by failing. So because each user is different, you are intending this product for a certain set of people, and you start designing and make some assumptions, and then you take to the user. Sometimes 80% of your assumptions are correct. They actually could identify. 20% fail. You come back and redesign it. Like, it's an iterative process. So what happens every day is a threat. Now, because after so much of research and testing, now I'm actually saying I'm happy. Okay, let me give this product to the developers. So then they just blindly, they don't have to worry too much about it. They just go through the product and then develop it. Now the product is in market, and again we go and test. Is it doing good or not? Or the users are able to understand or not? So I have a great example. Actually, it's very early stage when I started my career. So I designed an interface where it was for Dutch people.
Okay.
These people, they get equipment from outside, and then from shipment comes, and then you have to scan the product and then enter the number, and then an inventory gets added. Okay. So beautiful interface. And then initially, like, our design guidelines were, we should actually use Microsoft guidelines, and because people are familiar with Microsoft products, so we created drop downs and all those buttons and all those things. So we got a chance to go and test this product with the real users.
Okay.
We went there, and very proudly, because everybody liked here, very proudly showing, okay, now how do you do it? So then we found that they're actually like 6'5", like tall people, well built, because they are not software engineers. Those people who are they make machines.
Yeah.
Okay, and their fingers were too broad, and so basically that's what I'm telling. When you sit and design and assuming things, and you really see what is happening at the field, that's completely different contrast. And they were scared that their jobs are going to be replaced. Now the people are talking about AI.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in 2000s, that time people were afraid of internet and afraid of software. Oh, I never used any software. I asked him, okay, what is the latest recent thing you used? No, I know how to use my TV. And one person, after like talking to multiple people who are supposed to be the users of my product, one person said, I recently learned how to use ATM machine.
Oh.
And then I felt really bad. I'm designing something which Microsoft guidelines and UI drop downs, how do they understand? So I quickly came up with an interface which is very bold, and nothing was there. No heading, no logo, nothing, no menus, no jargon. So you scan it, bing, the things come, and then this guy will look into that instrument and this, and then say enter.
Okay.
That's it. They felt it. That's it. We have to just say this.
Wow.
Yes, that's what you have to do. So it changed the whole thing.
Right.
So it backfired. The question you asked me, that's what happens. And I don't feel bad about it because I have, finally I made them happy.
Yeah, makes sense.
So only thing I feel bad about it, the companies won't give designers a chance to test.
Yeah.
So it'll definitely backfire. So you always have to do user research and always have to test your prototypes. Even after development is done, always test and see how can I make it better and simpler and easy for the users.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I slightly wanna take a detour towards caricature.
Sure.
Because caricature was used in even politics back in the time.
Okay.
Especially a leader from Maharashtra used to use caricature to, in a satiring manner
Yeah.
to the opposition.
Correct.
So you are a caricature. I've seen your Instagram page.
Caricaturist, yeah.
Very, very.
Oh,
You
thank
did
you.
a Kohli's photo. I was like,
Yeah.
is this Kohli? Where are the eyes?
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
and after speaking to you offline about designing designing a photo or image without eyes, where the expressions are not visible,
Okay.
and still getting an expression out of it
Okay.
is where you spoke. Why don't you share some story and insight about that?
Yeah, sure. But you have asked two questions. Which one you want me to start with?
Wherever you're comfortable.
Okay. So maybe I'll start with great cartoonist and caricaturist Balasaheb Thackeray. Is more than Shiv Sena. Today we are talking about Shiv Sena.
Right.
And then the revolution he brought in, he was actually wonderful caricaturist.
Right.
And wonderful cartoonist. So that interesting fact is, an art has got a way to move people. So he used that as an instrument to convey the message.
Right.
And he subtly, expressed his opinion through art and caricatures.
Yeah.
And it created a kind of movement that, okay, what in stuff, it is simple, right? We always know that, right? Instead of creating volumes of documents,
right,
with simple caricature, I think we in different languages, if you see, there are very popular cartoonists, political cartoonists. We see them,
yeah,
like R.K. Lakshman is one of them, and Unni is another one. Sridhar, very good caricaturist and cartoonist.
right.
But Dr. Balasaheb Thackeray, he used that as a kind of a movement.
Right.
That's where I actually got inspired by him, right? So he brought in a change in people mindset.
Right.
Okay, I'm not talking about good, bad about it, but the kind of revolution he could bring in through art and caricaturist and cartoonism. So in my case, I thought, initial days of, I wanted to create awareness about good design and bad design. I used cartoon as a way to express, because it's through humor you can convey the message. So it actually really worked. We used to do international cartoon contest on design related bad designs and all. It used to be very powerful, and then people used to come and exhibit, to watch our exhibits and all those. Internationally, cartoonists used to send this art. So that is one way of using art as a medium to bring change, and I feel that helped. Okay, the other question you're talking about, my way of styling the caricatures and cartoons is, so I feel that as a designer, right, um, creating something simple is difficult. So minimalism is so difficult than making it look great, right? Because if you put so much of color prompts and that might look good, glittery and nice, but if you are trying to make it as simple as possible, then it's so difficult. So then I thought of taking that as a challenge. So my caricatures won't focus on exaggeration of body shaming and people, whatever that characteristics which are physical characteristics. I don't focus much, but I focus on personalities, and I focus on how they behave, body language, and their character in real time. So that is actually my style of caricaturing, and I try to minimize lines as much as possible. And then I felt that eyes are index of your face. If I cut eyes, it used to be there, like all these film actors show the eyes and then easy to tell which actor is this, right? Then I thought, okay, let's not make eyes at all. So it becomes more difficult for me to prove that, okay, hey, this guy is this, right? Resemblance, how do you bring in?
Yeah.
So I actually created constraints for myself, and then I try to come up with my own style of making caricatures.
Got it.
So that's how I actually feel that it's very connected with my design process.
Right.
So you start with some hypothesis and then minimize it, make it as simple as possible. That's what I do.
Got it.
Yeah.
So Dr. Balasaheb Thackeray used caricature to satire the opposition.
Correct.
In your experience,
Mhm.
since you also do caricature,
Yeah.
have you used it for any of the brand campaigns in a
Mhm.
satire manner, or for their
Yeah.
promotion?
So many actually, so some of them actually printed them as a calendars and all those. So
Wow.
one of the caricatures.
If you can share some examples, please.
Okay, one caricature actually, one cartoon. In fact, I did was, it's a lake was very highly polluted, and then everything is dying. One fish
Okay.
is almost dying, and there was a bottle
Okay.
at the bottom of that river. So that's a blue bottle. Inside, there is a. It used to be stories, right? That ghosts are captured into the bottle and seal it. So there is a small ghost inside
Genie.
that. Yeah. There's a small ghost inside the bottle. It's a sealed actually. The
Okay.
fish is talking to him that, hey, you are in safe place. Don't come out. Because the world outside is polluted and you are in a safe place in the bottle.
Right.
So the such things, and then also I did with I got awards for a couple of them, like how reading a physical book is actually happiness. It leads to happiness.
Right.
Because we are all like a zombies now. You just hook to the phone, and then even in the walking, right? People are like this, right?
Yeah,
they don't
true.
even look at sideways, and they just keep walking like zombies.
Very
So
true.
that kind of cartoon. So there are many of them actually. Like people use them as campaigns. In fact, I also did one caricature of Obama, President Obama, won Nobel Prize, that been printed as one of the textbook lessons. So that is taken for that.
Okay.
So yeah, many of those examples.
I heard of a brand campaign which you opposed, Bajaj Pulsar back in the time, in a very satire manner. Why don't you share what was that and what was your intent behind that?
So yeah, when I actually started an activism on design, where in a very 2000, that early time, where nobody understood the meaning of design. So design, even a lot of people still think that design is something making things beautiful. That's what people think. Nobody thinks that it's a problem solving, and no one understands. No one now. A lot of people are aware of design and user experience and all. During that time, it was so difficult to make them understand that you are living in a badly designed products.
Ah,
Okay, so what I done is I actually organized a contest called, a movement actually called Boycott Bad Designs. So I announced for a contest, hey, why don't you guys click pictures of the badly designed products and services, spaces. So thousands of people, actually, people understood my concept of what do you see. Because what I felt is, instead of telling people that, hey, this is design means this, so tell them what is bad design first,
mm,
and then it's easy to realize. Then a lot of people realize that, oh, is it, I'm living with so many badly designed products in, in my day-to-day life. That was the kind of theme was, and it was a super hit, that time was.
okay.
So one of the examples, like Pulsar had a kind of, that petrol tank was too heavy,
Right.
and we actually made a comment that it actually helps reduces the population problem in India. So they quickly realized it, and then they redesigned it.
Now I remember
Yeah.
there were incidents. One, I was probably too young to even drive,
Uh,
but one of my classmates' brother had a Pulsar,
mm,
and he accidentally fell down, and he had got admitted in
my
hospital.
God.
And
Mm.
uh,
Yeah.
your caricature is
Yeah.
very relevant.
So yeah, I think but they realized and they changed it.
Yeah,
So the idea was that we should actually boycott such kind of products, machines, or anything
yeah,
which are not usable. I think we should not buy them, right?
right.
So basically, we look at, when we are buying stuff, we look at the cost and brand and then warranty, but we don't look at whether it is usable or not.
Yeah,
So that time, that I was trying to create awareness about, see that use that product and check whether it is simple enough for me to use it
right.
or not. You don't have to take it home and use it, but at least check from that perspective. And if that is not usable, I think we should avoid them, so that slowly that manufacturers understand that, okay, maybe I'll call my designer to check what's wrong there.
So, Kaladhar, you're bringing UX India to Hyderabad back this year.
Mhm.
Why do you why Hyderabad, and why do you see Hyderabad as a design capital?
Okay, yeah. um, so basically, like, maybe I'm basically from Hyderabad, and Hyderabad was the first city in India who actually brought in UX, user experience design, to India, basically. So as I say that, the story behind this is, a Ban is a Dutch company.
Yeah.
So I was a campus recruit from IIT Mumbai,
Okay.
and the company was in Hyderabad, and that's how the whole concept of usability, user experience, this established here. So we got trained in user experience by Dutch colleagues and in Netherlands and India. So then that was a time I thought, this is a great career option for the future generation.
Yeah.
That's how I started Usability Matters org. That's, we call it now, Yomo Design Foundation. So through that, we do these conferences. So again, the first conference, international conference, UX India, we did it in 2005 in collaboration with ISB.
ISB.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now it's like in 21st year. So we wanted to bring back, and 25 years of Yomo Design Foundation. So where it originated. So that's one reason why we are bringing to Hyderabad. The second reason is, Hyderabad is now, is like, maybe I would say, as good as any software hubs like a Silicon Valley, right? We are talking about Bangalore, and we're all on par with that, right? There is a chance for our designers and also our next generation to understand, from students or professionals, they also should understand, and the government is also, they're also very positive about bringing design to Hyderabad, and that's also a very good sign for design to flourish in Hyderabad.
All right.
So this actually creates a statement, because it's an international conference, and this is the only conference, user experience conference in the world, and it's sustained for long 21 years. So, and it is one of the top conferences in the world, and bringing back to Hyderabad, I'm hoping that it actually help our ecosystem of startups, and also a lot of GCCs came in, and also huge companies like big companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and all of them, and huge communities already been built here.
Wow.
So, and this actually helps other designers to come from across the globe, as well as other cities of India.
Sure.
And they also can see not only biryani, they also can see our hospitality of the community and ecosystem, and other aspects like tea hubs. So many things are there. So I thought it would actually inspire the community as well.
Yeah.
And of course, this is a great place to host. So that's the reason we brought UX India to Hyderabad this time.
Got that.
Yeah.
Got that. So I believe this year's theme is about design entrepreneurship.
Design
if I'm not wrong.
entrepreneurship, yes.
So
Yes.
do you really think designers can build startups, and VCs will fund these startups done by designers? Do you really think
Okay, that's a great question. So we are at now, as I said, this is 21 years of UX India, and UMO Design Foundation is 25 years, right? So when I started, and now the people who attended, who got into this career, now they're at least 20 plus years of experience. We already have design leaders already emerged in the country.
Wow.
Right? So what I felt the last couple of years I've been talking about, we're at an inflection point. We are able to convince the board or convince the C-level talking about the value of design.
Right.
We are able to influence the product's business, not just only making products usable and beautiful. We are able to bring return on investment as the aspect to the business. So this is the right time as well, not only designing products using AI, is the right time for designers to think like founders.
Awesome.
So one of the best examples is Airbnb. Airbnb founder is a designer, and now he's been appointed as chief design officer for United States of America.
Wow.
So that means everyone, it's a not only just the businesses, technologists, even politicians also understanding the importance of design. And I felt that we have very few founders from design perspective. Now designers are able to understand the business, and AI is also helping to quickly create prototypes and speed up the process of startups. And I thought this is actually the right time for design entrepreneurship. And a lot of people are shown so much of interest, and we created a contest called Design Pitch, and we got huge number of ideas came in, and then now they are actually developing prototypes, and then we shortlisted 5 entries, and we are actually presenting at the conference, because this conference is in the September 18, 19, 20th. So we have investors signed up to review them, and I'm hopefully some of these ideas actually get some funding to develop.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I think by the time this episode gets released, it would be already over.
Yeah.
But then people can always look up to this for next year sometime.
Definitely, yes. This is going to be the next generation thing.
Right.
So we wanted to promote more than craft. Designers should focus on design leadership or design entrepreneurship.
Got it.
So this is the beginning. So it is valid for at least next 10 years. I think we should at least find some good companies and good services companies from, I would like to see it should happen from designers.
Got it. You also have this mission of educating 1 million women by 2030 on design literacy.
Yeah.
Why this number, and why women?
Yeah. So first thing is, number is to create interest. It's not like we don't stop after a million. Okay, it will go on.
Okay.
But the 1 million, with a mission of 1 million by 2030, it actually, one is it creates interest in people, that why 1 million. Second is, for us as organizers, it's a metric. We wanted to achieve that mark.
Okay.
And you have only 5 years to do that, and we need 1 million women to get in. So it is easy for us to create a kind of a short-term plans, because the goal is set.
Okay.
We're not saying more women, right? This is very clearly articulated, so it helps us to plan properly and then get that mentorships. And then of course we are actually bringing in international collaborations and coaching and all. We'll be doing it. So the other question, why women? Actually, that's my favorite question. So I think all of us know about, women are already in born, like already born designers. So design, I would say, it's empathy. If you want to be a good designer, you need to have the empathy and think from others' perspective. Then only you can actually solve the problems. You are solving users' problems. So as a woman, you are actually solving your children's problems. Just think about a day. It starts with solving husband's problems, in-laws' problems, neighbors' problems, your work problems, groceries, finances, budgets, parties, so many things you are able to handle. And by the time you sleep, right, so many things you have to, tick, 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 tick. Yeah, I've done, I resolved everything, I'm sleeping. Again, tomorrow it starts, right? You have that ability to empathize, think from others' perspective, and you are an inborn designer. See, your house is itself shows that how well you keep, and you are a food designer. You cook so beautifully, very tastefully, and you run your festivals. You dress well. So you have all the abilities.
Right.
So one thing I realized is, of course, everyone has got abilities, but how do you make them realize that you have that? That is the platform. The role is that.
Yeah.
We're not showing something extraordinary, you never know about it. You already have that abilities. You just have to, enhance that. That's what the whole program is about.
Okay.
So I feel that it actually adds to, this design economy, because 1 million women getting into jobs and getting into crafts and getting into leadership roles and upbringing, mentoring companies, and they finding companies, it actually adds a lot of, kind of money to the economy. Maybe I would say into the GDP as well.
Okay.
So what we need is, we need to give them a chance. I'm also talking about just only in the tier 1 cities. This should happen with the tier 2 and tier 3 cities.
Right.
We have so much talent, but there is no way for them to understand, apart from what currently is available, like BCom, BAs, or maximum engineering. But design should also be democratized. Should be taken to that level, grassroots level, so that they understand, oh, I can take it up as a career option.
Yeah.
That's a goal and vision for this project.
Kaladhar, as a father, when I think of design, see, I understand design is important, but I'm not really sure how is this as a career. To what extent is designer paid, right? What is the range? What is the lowest salary someone can get in design? What is the highest someone can get in design?
Yeah. So design has got multiple things, right? So generally, people think that design is creation of simple graphics and social media visuals, right? Design has got fashion design, industrial design, set design, and experience design. We are talking about user experience design and all, right? So you are creating, for example, service design. How do you create an experience, total experience of your flight booking to having, lounge and then getting into the flight and then having food and then talking to the air hostess and sleep and then leaving. The entire thing can be designed. That's called service design.
Okay.
Right. So if you look at the ranges for each thing, it's difficult to quantify, but I can actually talk about from user experience design career perspective. So that is again a lot of confusion between, oh, am I doing UI, am I doing Figma, am I doing UX? There's a lot of confusion. So that's what these conferences actually help these young designers. Hey, just don't focus on Figma and tools.
Okay.
You need to focus on human. You need to understand people. You understand designing for people. So the more getting into that level of maturity, it actually can, at least maybe in India, I was offered a couple of years back around 3 crores to come back to India and then, take care of the job. That kind range can go more than that. If you are getting into that maturity and understanding business, understanding users, and then you are responsible for, company success. So
Wow.
it can actually go to
3
millions.
crores is massive.
Yeah. So I'm only talking about simple, small thing, right? But recent acquisition, Jony Ive, like the designer of Apple, right? His company, now he became a entrepreneur, and then his company has been acquired by OpenAI for $10 billion.
In fact, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Jony Ive's company
Mhm.
had nothing. As in, when I was reading an article about it, I was surprised.
Yeah.
I left my corporate career, started something of my own now.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm still getting things in order.
Correct.
On the other hand, Jony Ive, obviously, he's
Mhm.
famous. He
Yeah.
built the design of Apple.
Yes.
Now that when OpenAI acquired,
Mhm.
what they see is there's nothing.
Yeah.
And still he got billion sort of an acquisition.
That's what I'm saying. As a designer, as a design leader, he already proved himself. So he was one of those important factors for the success of Apple. Of course, Steve Jobs is the main guy, but Jony is also a very important contributor and also a person in the top 5 people if you see, and he's definitely one of those 1, 2, 3, right? So he already created his own brand for himself. Then he started his own, but he never revealed what he's building. It doesn't mean that he's not doing anything. He didn't reveal it. Okay. So, but he's been offered and it's been acquired. He's not been offered a job. His company has been acquired. That means he's building something futuristic, something mind blowing, something great. Something,
we don't know that.
Yeah, that he didn't want to reveal. So you can see next with OpenAI is coming in with some other product. Yeah.
Physical product, you
Physical
mean?
product.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting case study.
Yeah. So designers always have, at least as I said initially, the right time to be a designer.
Now I'll ask this. So Jony Ive is very big. Apple, he already had the backing. You are an IITian. You have done your master's in design in US again from a prestigious college. I believe there's a story. I'll come to that. But then, say somebody who's in their teens wanting to decide the career and not from a IIT kind of a college, say tier 2 or 3 college, right? For someone with that background, can design still, pay so much?
Yes, definitely. That's what that UMO design platform. That's what we are offering, guidance and some courses also we are offering, which is actually taught by professionals, working professionals, and we are also giving guidance if you want to join a particular college and what is the right college to go. Is it the right decision to make? That also we are doing mentor sessions for them.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, what happens is nobody cares which college you came from. The outcome is very important. Of course, see IITs, NIDs, or the colleges which are right now, branded colleges, they're good, maybe to get into a job because you have something good resume, but you need to have a wonderful portfolio.
Right.
So if you have a portfolio, nobody asks which college you came from.
Makes sense. Yeah.
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 So,
But then to
yeah.
build that portfolio, what I
Mm.
feel is
Mm.
college still have this role. To get that first project,
Mhm.
people look at where are you from and what's your background, and then
Correct.
offer it.
Mm.
Someone with brand name, it's easy.
So that is exactly the one of our core mission, and I would call as actually, I will say, goals for next 5 years. One of them is 1 million women. Design entrepreneurship is the second one. Third one is disrupting the design education.
Ah,
So to your question, see, these colleges, they are not really doing good. Okay, that's a bold statement. The reason for that is the technology and then user requirement is rapidly changing.
yeah,
So what I've thought yesterday and tomorrow, I can do something much better than that. Or I can completely rethink about how the businesses are done. So that education, that kind of a promptness, that kind of a speed is not there in our current education system.
yeah,
Our education system is completely bland. Okay, so
sad reality.
yeah, so that's the reason we're already working with a couple of universities we wanted to completely disrupt that. What we need is a lot of practicality with the creativity and freedom given to the students. And we are also working with the businesses and companies, because companies should also understand what is actually required to hire. If your company is asking, okay, I want to see the brand, that means you're not really looking for what what this student is already been exposed to, what student is capable of. So we are educating both the sides, academia and industry. So we created a group called Lead, a Heads of Design, and we are actually creating a workshop to understand what kind of next generation of students we are looking for and what schools supposed to do it.
Okay.
If schools can't handle it, what can we do for that?
Mm.
How do we disrupt this current education system, which has been there for last 100 years? And bad luck is design is still with the same stuff. It has been evolved for a bit more incrementally from the British, and we were completely given a different system of thinking. The way you are a slave, right? I don't want you to become an entrepreneur. You actually work for me, and this is what you study, and you just mug it, and no creativity, no analysis. And once you do, you get a rank, and then you are hired, and then you just work like a slave.
Yeah, that's a bold statement that you
Yeah.
made.
So
And I think
yeah.
there's reality to it. British did that to
Yeah.
India.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So that India is actually needs education itself that should be disrupted. We should come out of that kind of
slavery mindset.
slavery
and-
mindset, and we need more entrepreneurship.
Right.
The education system should actually have, how do I start something new? How do I think completely different? Then can I write this essay by reading or remembering the huge book and then replicate it?
Right.
AI is doing already. You need to rethink about your education system itself. I'm not
Right.
only talking about design, right? So the old practices already gone. There's no usefulness.
Right.
If I'm able to use AI as my companion, as a co-pilot, what am I studying? There's no relevance.
Yeah.
So I think we rethink about our education system itself.
Got it.
Yeah.
So since we spoke a lot on education system, uh, y- looking back in the history, what I understand,
Mm.
you studied in the government school,
Mhm.
that PHS,
Correct.
back in your hometown,
Yes. Yes.
from tier 3 town,
Yes.
if I'm
Yeah.
not wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From there
Mhm.
till US,
Mhm.
for a lot of Indians, IIT is a dream.
Mhm.
From a government college,
Okay.
from a government school,
Uh-huh.
you went to IIT Bombay,
Mhm.
and from there you went to US.
Mhm.
You traveled world. You went to Netherlands, etc.
Mhm.
So how did this all happen? On one side, we're speaking education system is not up to the
Yeah.
mark for the
Yeah.
current generation,
Mhm.
but back in the time, from government school, IIT, and US.
Yeah.
How did this all happen? How did you make it?
So it actually, like, it's a journey. Journey. What I believe in is God actually gives signals. It's everybody gets opportunities,
Sure.
but only few of them actually can identify those signals, opportunities and signals.
All
Right.
right.
So sometimes we know that there is an opportunity, we don't understand that is for you. So that's where, it's a bit philosophical, but I see that you think about it first. You should learn to dream.
Right.
Okay. That's what I admire my parents, that they gave me that freedom to dream. Okay. Instead, generally what we do as parents, no, just exams are there, you just do this, read this, don't go there, don't do this, don't do that, don't. That's how we control our children minds, right? So that actually puts us in a narrow mindset. So we don't look at opportunities, we don't understand the signals what God is already providing us.
Right.
So I would say that maybe that could be the reason that I was actually able to understand, able to dream that I want to study here, and I want to get into this, and sometimes it be a little late, but you achieve it. So I got an opportunity. That's one of the reasons why I started, is that I got an opportunity to study at premium schools, and then what I can give back to the society. So these schools, IITs and Pratt and all, very premium, difficult to get in. And of course, I had my hiccups, because when I studied at very tier 3 Jilla Parishad school, and then your medium was local language, and then difficult to understand.
Which town was this?
It is in Konaseema. So near Amlapuram. It's
Andhra.
not even Amlapuram. It's called Bandarlanka. It's a very remote, small village.
Oh my gosh.
So my dad felt that, okay, that is a good school to study. I used to take a bus and go from where I lived. So that's how, when you look back, it is, I don't know how did I make it, but it's basically, as I said, right, I followed my dream.
Right.
And I got the opportunity to look into ideas about, like, how to get into IITs, or where to study, and got into design schools. So I would say that I show my gratitude towards all the people who helped me during my journey. I
In
thank
fact,
them. Yeah.
I wanted to ask this, right? So,
Mm.
you spoke about the hardships, taking a bus, going to school,
Yeah.
in some place, and traveling to US, right?
Mhm.
With such a background, I'm sure financially you would have had a lot of, because when I was studying, I also had dreams, and I compromised a lot back in the time.
Yeah.
But thinking you cracked and you made it,
Uh-huh.
going to US and IIT,
Mm.
were there a situation where you had no money
Yeah.
and you felt lost?
Yeah.
How is my next day going to be, or next meal going to be?
Yeah.
Was there a situation like that?
There are several. Even for IIT, as like I didn't have money, and I was actually focusing. Of course, I got the top rank entrance, and I had to build my portfolio. And it was like I had my train to Mumbai at around like 8 o'clock, and then I was still at creating those bookbinding. I was at shop, and then I came home to make sure that I'll be back to train station on time. And there was hardly, like, I think 40 minutes left, and I don't know what to do. So when I reached my home, then it was I was actually with my brother. We were staying in a room, actually, not even home. That my parents were not there. My friend Nandakumar, my classmate, he was actually waiting for me there. He was in his car, and because all my portfolios I did, I never used it for myself. A lot of friends used it and they got into foreign universities.
Wow.
And that's what I feel, that no, okay, somebody should be useful for someone.
Right.
So with a great kind heart, that person was waiting for me. It's like, as I said, God sent him, right? And otherwise I couldn't have catched. No, the train was like leaving in 45 minutes, and I have to Sanjeev Reddy Nagar to Nampally. It is not easy in that evening traffic, right?
Yeah.
So he was waiting there, and he said, just jump in and let's go. I didn't have money in my pocket. I was wearing normal chapel, and nothing was there. Like I was in normal shirt, and and my brother threw some bag, and which was like I got some one or two dresses. So at the station, he saw me. He said he put some money in my pocket, and he gave his chapel to me. He's got a decent, I think, sandal or what. He said, "Okay, go now. Attend the interview."
Oh my
So these are
God.
the people I can't forget, right? These are the people I went there, and I got scholarship there to study, and so that's one case. And again, when I was at Microsoft, and I was actually heading my like design Microsoft Dynamics team, and then one point I said, okay, now I want to pursue my other goal, studying at Pratt Institute. So
Right.
I said, I'm dropping off now. I'm actually heading to New York. So I got a seat there, and I went there, and very expensive, and New York is very expensive.
Yeah.
So I thought my relatives actually helped me to be there, and then attend my classes. So one fine day, I was there for a week, and then one fine day said, "Hey, it's not possible." So these are like, and you know what do you do?
It would be a heartbreak.
Yeah, and it's not that I had enough money to support, because the fee was very high, and I have to commute, and I have to prepare my projects, and I have to live, and I need a shelter. So it happened that another friend, Kishore, he actually said, "Okay, you don't worry, you stay with me." So it is like we
Just in
never,
time.
yeah, we never met here or anywhere. Like just it's like a friend. I met him in US, and then he trusted me that this guy is really doing something, and let me help. That's how I said. God helps you if you need to have good intention. Your intent is correct, and God comes as like your friends or somebody, and they help you. So
Right.
again, this is another person. I never ever forget him. Yeah.
Got it. Quite heart touching.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you were in Microsoft. You left that and you joined uh, design to pursue your dream. If I may ask, if you continued in Microsoft, what salary would you have been today?
Maybe I'm thinking it would reach. I'm not very sure about how Indian salaries currently. At least my expectation is maybe 1 crore or something like that. Yeah,
Oh,
1.5 maybe could be that. That's what I'm thinking.
right.
Yeah.
That's a very comfortable, no risk sort of
Yes.
situation,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You left that to pursue design.
Hmm.
And in design, what are you at right now, if I may ask?
So I have my own company,
Okay.
and I also consult with high-end banks, and also invest in companies, and I mentor a lot of my, uh, maybe I would say, my colleagues now. They're volunteers, and they joined as volunteers for this non-profit organization I run, and I actually mentor them, and I guide them into make them as a good companies, and good service companies, and product companies. So yeah, I actually like handle two major things. One is the business, and the other one is this UMO Design Foundation,
Yeah.
which is completely not
NGO.
profit.
Yeah.
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 So,
Mhm.
I was looking at number.
Oh, what is that you're looking at?
So, what is that you're making? As in, how am I looking at it? Is 1.5 CR or 1 CR is what you'd
Uh-huh.
have been on. You left that and you are now doing something that you're passionate about.
Okay.
So, are you earning more or less? Is for where I'm trying to understand.
Okay.
Uh,
So um, Definitely, obviously more.
Okay.
So one thing what I learned is, uh, you know, one should not go behind money.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm passionate about design and giving a kind of guidance to the next generation. So I actually use my most of my time to help that. So that's how I got help. People help me so that I'm in this position, and what I can do better for others. So I would actually see that if I'm able to help and create somebody's life, that itself is more than money.
Awesome.
Okay, so that is what happening right currently, and so many people uh, actually come forward and understand how that they can actually break through and uh, cross these hurdles and then create the life for them, and not only for them, how can they give life to many more. that's
Got
the
it.
that's the mission I'm in. But if you are asking numbers, maybe I would say, maybe I'm nothing great, nothing big, but maybe 10x times.
10x times.
Yeah. So
Wow.
it is not great. Don't say wow.
I didn't see
Yeah.
from a if I put myself in a shoe of
Yeah.
20-year-old guy, right,
Yeah.
and think getting a job, going to IIT itself is big, going to US itself is big,
Yeah.
then job in Microsoft, definitely a dream. Leaving all of this, starting entrepreneurship, risk, right? I recently went to college and I was speaking to MBA kids, right? And I did a small survey asking how many of you want to start something of your own versus how many of you want to take up a job, right? 85-90% job, MNC job,
Yeah.
and very few handpicked entrepreneurship or family business. I
Correct.
was surprised to see this. So probably you are a live example on
Yeah.
how things can shift. On one side, you could have earned or be at 1.5 cr, earning a decent salary, right? Comfortable life in a very
Yeah.
good VP or
Correct.
head of some division sort of role or CXO level. On the other side, you started something of your own, and today you are 10x of what you would have been in the job, right? So entrepreneurship definitely
Yeah.
pays.
Definitely. That's what my intention is, to change the mind shift of designers, design community. That's, as I said, even the theme itself is design entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So we want more designers to become founders.
Right.
Okay. Again, I'm saying, money is definitely a motivational factor, but when you start your own business, you're also providing so much of employment, and you're creating wealth for the country itself. Okay, and everything follows. Money. Maybe next couple of years later, you ask me that X can be multiplied.
Right.
That is not the measure, I would say. You should always measure. I would, at least from my point of view, how many people are living happily with their own products or own companies, own services. So we need to create employment in terms of making them as design founders.
Got it.
That's what my mission is itself. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. So let me ask you this, right? What is the best advice you have got when you are on the journey in your life?
I think that's what I just told you, right? Don't chase money, chase your passion.
Somebody told you this?
Yes, yeah. You chase your passion, and you need to have a good intent, and money follows.
Got it.
That's not a bit. That's a big thing. That's
Right.
what I feel. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What is the worst advice you received?
Maybe I would say that is also not worst advice, but that's a good advice. So one is, one other thing is, like, forgive the person, don't forget the lesson. Yeah, it's not worst advice, but it actually, like, it helped me, because I try to be as good as possible. But it's good, but you should forgive that person, but never forget the lesson.
Kaladhar, I want to quickly ask one thing, right? When I notice government websites in India, most of them are not having a great layout or design. You always have to search for something, uh, or you will get to see politicians' photos on the website. Why are they so bad? And
Mm,
on the other side, US, I
mm,
think, has announced
mm.
some dollars towards rebuilding the whole
Correct,
government
correct.
websites, right?
Yes, yeah.
Can you throw some
So,
light? What do you think?
so this is actually, I would say, it comes. So it comes with a vision. You are doing. You want to do a public good. So everything you do, it actually belongs to citizen experience.
Okay.
So as a citizen, right, a pedestrian is very important. As a citizen, now we're talking about digital India, right? Whether it is a space, the physical space, or a digital space, you should actually always look from citizen perspective. The way we do as a software development and design, software design, UX designers, we look at from users perspective to offer services. Similarly, government should also look at from citizen perspective, citizen experience. So you are talking about digital India. So you want people to transact using digital apps and all those. So you should also look at a couple of things, right? One is who are the users are going to use it,
Right.
and second is accessibility. Am I serving people disabled, aged, unpaired, and all these things you need to take care of it. And then third is we also need to have a great designer. So currently, every state has got their own way of doing things, and there is no standardization.
Right.
Okay, now design has got a kind of a level. I think as I was talking about last 25 years, the maturity levels are too high now. So we are talking about how do we make our people more efficient, and AI is also enhancing a lot, right? So as you said, America right now, that Donald Trump is talking about, chief design officer for America. We're calling it as America by Design,
Oh.
and he is ordering 26,000 currently web applications, government applications to go through a kind of an audit
Okay.
by a design department, so that they'll apply the standards which are being defined and which is actually help the American citizens to navigate and make their life so easy and also accessible. I think we should actually get that kind of a law, or somebody, our leaders actually should understand the value of design.
Right.
We should also establish and impose in design and also to the government applications and government websites.
Right.
So I think we need to change. The progress happens only you bring the change. So we should actually, we are very, maybe we are the biggest literary, look at digital literacy point of view. We are one of the biggest countries, and we have so much of, like, at least I would say 60% of users actually started already using that UPI, and
Yeah.
right, these are all
Yeah.
amazing stats we are talking about.
Right.
So we should actually very, very, I think I would appreciate if somebody takes it initiative from the government side and then bring in a kind of a standardization for designing all our government applications and have a design system in place.
Right.
So that would actually enhance our ability to navigate, and it becomes much easier uh, to pay taxes and so many applications, right? And bills and applying for jobs or passports, so many things.
Yeah.
Those things should become very simple and easy for them to use it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So if I may ask, what is that one design in India which you might boycott tomorrow?
I would say, I think I was just taking that pedestrians, like pedestrian. See the way the roads are designed, it is not friendly for people who walk. So the statement in India, what is saying that I'll only care when you are in car. Otherwise, I don't care, right? So, and we are inviting companies to come here and set up, and a lot of Westerners coming. And if you look at Europe and US, They actually like in New York, people actually, it's a so busy city, but they actually run, they walk, with, and things are so busily happening, but they just have that walking path is defined, running path is defined,
Times
cycling
Square
paths
is
are
in New York
defined.
only, if I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
even Netherlands, so many countries, they actually give utmost preference for people who walk and run and bike. So we don't have anything placed. When we don't plan, urban design is done completely wrong, and we don't care people. And think about these people, GCCs are here, and these people visit, and they think that this is okay. I can go for a walk or run. Maybe we should say the way we put boards, beware of dogs. We should say that beware of our roads, right? So I would actually boycott, our roads first of all. If there is no pedestrian, then don't even use that.
Okay.
And government should actually immediately take control on that.
Right.
So then, and see the mortalities, like the kind of accidents happening on roads. It is not because people are ignorant, because it is not done properly for them to go. And most of them are people who walk, and people are on bikes, they die.
Got it. Got it. So if you get a chance to redesign your life, would you redesign it?
Okay. Redesign my life.
Yeah.
And then what do you say?
If you get a chance, would you redesign your life?
Okay, so I would actually answer this question in a bit philosophically, I think.
Sure.
So, as I said, right, God actually is a great designer. Okay, so I'm not designing here. I'm talking about, very interesting example here. God designed humans, animals, birds, plants, flowers with one proportion. It's called golden proportion. So everything is well designed by God, right? And as I said, for me, my life is well designed. Your life is well designed. God already determined. He already gave that everybody's life is really well designed. Only thing is, as I said, I believe in that, the cosmos, like the intent. And everyone has got a purpose. So if you start realizing your purpose and you start understanding the signals, I think your life is already been, the path is already there, and you drive on the path which already God has already given to you. So if you ask that question, what would I redesign? Maybe I would have identified those signals much earlier, so that the impact I want to create would have been much faster. Yeah. So the Almighty is a great designer, first of all. We should appreciate, and the way he designed, oh my God, that golden ratio is amazing.
In 5 to 10 years, what skills will designer need to be absolutely relevant?
I think this is another thing what we, our mission for next 30, 2030, next 5 years is, so 10 years is too long.
Okay.
Okay. And even 5 years, I feel that I think we need to shorten this, because things are like what has taken for last 25 years, it is now possible in next 5 years. Okay. Things are going quick, rapid, fast.
Right.
So for designers, I think they must have focus on craft. I'm not denying on that, but you should not stop at craft level. Designers should actually possess design leadership at the early stage itself, and design entrepreneurship. So how do you do that? Is basically like improving your, observative power. I think basic traits are ethics. That's very important. As a designer, you should have that. What is that ethical practice? Understanding the human behavior.
Right.
Understanding the business itself, not the part what you wanted to ask you to design. You understand the overall systems thinking, design, and very important thing, I would say, disruptive thinking.
Okay.
Because designers has got that ability, but we are not using it. There is a model which is currently working, and maybe you are creating another replica of it, little better looking. But I would actually say that we should actually start thinking, how can I disrupt this whole business with a different model itself?
Got it.
So, for example, Netflix, right? How they've disrupted DVD rentals. Airbnb, how they disrupted hotel business, right? The way people organize their stays, that has been disrupted. The communication is disrupted by these phones, iPhone and all. So we should actually start thinking in that level. That is the most important trait. We need to become a design entrepreneur. The second is design leader. Yes, you should actually have more than the craft, get into the leadership, understanding. Leadership doesn't mean managing people, I'm talking about.
Right.
Understand the business. If you don't speak in business, business people don't understand you. So these are some of the important things, at least for next 5 years. I'm hoping that these are valid.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Thanks for coming onto the show,
Thank you.
Kaladhar.
Yeah, great. Thanks a lot, and it was really great opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.